Everyone. So here we are to resume with the next part of the summary and explanation of the chapter. Um, Two stories about flying. Its first part, that is his first flight. In the previous chapter, we read that this young seagull who was afraid of flying, he was left alone on the ledge, while all the family members, his parents and his siblings, they had shifted to another cliff in front of him because the only motive they had was to make him learn how to fly so that he could survive. But nothing could work, no inspiration, no threatening. The seagull, if he was afraid, and nobody could teach him how to fly. So, next day came, and the sun, it had now risen, and he was feeling the heat more than ever because he was, first place, empty stomached. He was feeling very hungry since the night before. He stepped out of his ledge and pretended to sleep on one leg to gain the attention of his family. Kids, they are very smart and they are full of tantrums. When sometimes their demands are not fulfilled, they would throw tantrums so that family members may notice that they are displeased and they are annoyed and they are not in a happy mood. So kids too, they behave this way. So this young seagull was also a kid, little one. So what did he do? He slept on one leg so that his family could see that how disheartened he was, how hungry he was. But none of the family members noticed him. Though they were not cruel, they were not hard hearted, but they wanted him to learn a lesson. They wanted him to fly on his own so that he could survive. His siblings, means his brothers and sisters, they were already asleep. His father was cleaning his feathers with his beak, and his mother was standing on another plateau eating fish while she noticed him. Mother knew very well. Mothers actually they have a knack of knowing every nerve of their children. So she also knew that this son of hers loves scraping the fish, loves eating the fish very much. So she knowingly was showing the fish to him. The seagull got mad on seeing the fish because he was very hungry and he loved to tear away fish and scrape his beak now and then. So he started crying in his own language. Mother screamed back because the mother was quite, determined that only if he would make a try, she would give him some peace. But mothers are mothers after all. She went to the ledge where the child was, where the little seagull was, and when he tried to come nearer to his mother, she flew across. When she was just opposite to him, she halted. Her wings, they were a little motionless, and the piece of fish was already in her beak, almost within the reach of the child's beak. He waited a moment in surprise, wondering why the mother did not come nearer, and then, maddened by hunger, he dived at the fish. He tried to jump on the fish. See, the mother, she was having the fish in her beak like this. So when he dived, with a loud scream, he fell outwards and downwards into the space. Then a monstrous terror seized him and his heart stood still. He thought for a moment that he was no more now. Nobody could save him because he was afraid that he could never fly. His wings would never support him. He could hear nothing. But because this is something but natural with the birds that their wings would open to support them. So it only lasted a minute, and the next moment he felt his wings spread outwards. He felt very happy. The wind rushed against his feathers and under his stomach and against his wings, and he could feel the tips of his wings. He was not falling headlong now, he was soaring gradually. Firstly, he went downwards and then outwards and then soared high. He felt a bit dizzy, means a little dizzy. He was feeling a little, his head was moving. Then he flapped his wings, and once again he soared upwards and he shouted, he made happy cries. His mother swooped past him, her wings making a loud noise. She was very happy finally to see her child fly. He answered her with another scream. Then his father flew over him screaming. Father was also very happy. He saw his two brothers and his sister flying around him, curveting and banking and soaring and diving. So, this is what the love of family is, whether they are human or they are animals or they are birds. The families are always there to support us through, and they are our biggest, supporters and our biggest pillars. They are the backbones. With the encouragement and motivation that we get through the family, we can come across any obstacle in life. Like this young seagull could overcome the fear of flying. Then he completely forgot that he had not always been able to fly, and he commanded himself to dive and soar and curve. He was near the sea, flying straight over it, facing straight over again the ocean. He saw a vast green sea beneath him, with little ridges moving over it, and he turned his beak sideways and cawed amusedly. Cawing is the way they talk to each other. So, with the support of his parents, his brothers, and sister, he was very happy now, and everybody in the family was happy. He did not fall down in the sea, he did not drown, rather, he was happily flying. His family was celebrating in excitement and offered him food as praise. Finally, he had overcome his fear and had made his first flight. These are some quick revision notes for your help. Once you go through these, the whole chapter will rewind in front of you. So, this story is about a young seagull who was afraid of flying. Young seagull was full of pessimism because he lacked in motivation. His parents and family members, they used to encourage him for his first flight, but he doesn't have enough courage to fly. He was left alone once by his family members for 24 hours and he ate nothing. So he was hungry, he begged for food, nobody took attention. Mother brought a fish. When he tried to dive at the fish, he fell down, but his wings opened and he started flapping and flying, and after all, he was joined by his family in his first flight. This is how he made his maiden flight. So, in the next lesson, we'll be dealing with the question answers. Till then, you all once again go through the explanation, summary, and story part of the chapter, understand it well, and be prepared to do the question answers. Thank you.